Hare Krishna. How to deal with loss? Well, first, here's a thought. If you lose something, then it wasn't really yours. The idea is that when you lose something, you haven't lost the person or the thing. What you've really lost is the illusion that that person or thing was yours. That's what really hurts. Because what actually is yours is just inside, it's your consciousness. You can't even say your body is yours because you didn't make it. You don't have that much control over it, so how can you call it yours? Your body at any moment can be taken from you. Bits and pieces of it can be taken. So how is it really yours? Things, cars, houses, money. At any moment it can be taken from you, so how is it really yours? It may sound strange to say that, but at the core message of all spiritual intelligence is that the only thing you really have is you. You, your consciousness, that's yours. Notice that that can be taken from you. Yeah, you can become unconscious, but that doesn't mean it's been taken from you forever. It's just, you just suspend it for a little while. But that's the only thing that's really yours. And that's why we suffer with loss. It's because we don't align ourselves with this reality. And we falsely claim ownership over things which are not ours. When you have something it's actually just lent over to you, it's just on your control for a short time. And you can decide what to do with that. But it's only for a short time and under certain circumstances. So you own a car, but it's only for a short time and under certain circumstances, even legally speaking. And certainly in the sense of reality, existentially speaking. What about people? Much less people. I mean, the concept of like, oh, my brother, my mother, my son, it's just stating a temporary relationship. Oh yeah, there are, for a certain time, this other person is acting as my brother, as my son, as my mother. But if we actually get a little deep and think, okay, well, who is this person who's acting as my mother's son or brother? Did they really start their lives? Did they just completely not exist before the moment of birth, before my birth? Well, yoga tells us something else. In yoga, we learn that we're actually eternal living beings. So when we say my brother, my mother, what we're really saying is this eternal soul is playing the part of my mother, my brother, and my son for a certain period of time. Everybody's born, everybody dies. So the only certain thing you know is that no relationship is forever. They're all temporary. Everything starts and ends. That's the only thing you know for absolutely for sure. So you say, oh, I lost my brother, I lost my mother. Did you really? All that happened was that the relationship, which you knew was going to be temporary, came to an end. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, you missed a person. That's something else. But I'm talking about here, why do you feel the loss? It wasn't really there. It wasn't real. What you're feeling, again, is the loss of the illusion that that thing was real, that you really had that relationship guaranteed forever. You had that thing forever in your control. You never had any of that in your control. So the only thing we actually control is our own selves, or we should at least, our minds. So what you should work on is how you interpret life. Control your mind to deal better with things, and then you won't suffer the sensation of loss, which is born out of illusion. The more detached you are in the sense of understanding that everything is temporary in this situation we're in. You're just a tourist. You just came in. Imagine you're a tourist and you took a flight and you lost everything. Now they completely lost your luggage, it's all gone. You arrived somewhere else in some other country, not your country, and you don't have anything. Like somehow even like the clothes on your body are gone, you know. So everything you've got there is on loan. People are just like, oh look, you're naked, here's some clothes. You don't have anything. So from that point on, that's what we are. We just came here with nothing. And then we've been given, oh yeah, sure, you can have this body, you can have some of these things, but it's just, okay, but now you have to go home. At some point, you just have to get out and go home. And then when you go, you have to give everything back because it was just on loan. We didn't give it to you. That's what we are. We're just tourists. We arrived with nothing and we have to leave with nothing. And that includes relationships, because the relationships are also temporary. So you go somewhere as a tourist and you meet people and they take care of you and maybe you stay in their house, but then you have to go home. And that's it. It's all over. That's what's going on right now. So the sense of loss, you can deal with that by appreciating whatever you have now as being on loan, including your body. And all your relationships as temporary, so you value and you make the most of the relationship because you know it's temporary. You know your relationship with your mother, brother, son, or whatever is temporary. So make the most of it. Be the best person you can be in that relationship. Enjoy every moment of it. Honor it, because you know it will be over. And the things you have, use them wisely. Take care of them, sure, but without thinking you're the owner. Just thinking, okay, I'm in charge of this. When you've set up, when you've sparked your devotion to God, when you've opened your eyes to that, you can say, okay, God is giving me this for a while. He's temporarily made me responsible for this land, car, house, money, for a little while. I don't know how long. Could be 50 years, could be 5 minutes, I don't know. He has made me responsible for this. He has granted me this facility. So what can I do with it? What can I do with it that will serve my purpose, that will serve my dharma, that will honor this gift I have received? That's the best way to go about it. When it's gone, okay, I tried to do my best, now it's gone. That's the best way to deal with loss. Hare Krishna.